Hey everyone, Stavan here and we are watching Riding High Tides with India. So today's video is about one specific issue that I observed yesterday. Yesterday I scanned my Interceptor 650 with this OBD2 interface and I found the STFT means short-term fuel trim was in negative side. The exact value was somewhere near -11 to -12. So it does mean ECU is aggressively cutting off the fuel supply into the engine and that might be due to certain reasons. So we are today checking all those parameters if one of them is going beyond the specified parameter or specified range or not, and accordingly we will find the solution for it. So without much delay, let's get it started. So negative STFT may be due to the certain reason. The first one is the choke air filter, but that may not be the case because I have replaced the new filter only. The another thing may be the choke or dirty or lazy map sensor, because when we are using this E20 blend of petrol in our non-compatible engine, so sometimes what happens, it goes for the phase separation and it make the fuel stale. So this stale fuel vapor sometimes completely blind or make the map sensor lazy. So that might be the case. So today what we are doing, we will be inspecting the air filter if it is choke or not, and the second thing, we will be cleaning the map sensor and will again hook the OBD2 interface and we'll check if there is any improvement in the LTFT or STFT parameters or not. So let's get it started. So the first thing that we are supposed to do, let me open the side panel so I can open the seat and the air filter. Now, whenever you are removing any electrical connector of any vehicle, motorcycle, car, scooter, so make sure you remove the main fuse or alternator fuse, because if you keep these things connected, then your ECU may send some error and your MID shows some error code. So what we will be doing, we will remove the main battery fuse. So the entire line will be disconnected with each other. So the parts won't get any idea if there was any major or minor work was carried out or not. So let me do this. So I am removing the main battery fuse. So my main battery fuse is F2 second number fuse. So let me remove it, and for that you may need this kind of tool. Royal Enfield is not supplying. I bought it from the Honda motorcycle workshop. They are giving it with the Activa. So now I have removed the main battery fuse, means we can't start the motorcycle, right? It won't give any electrical power or supply to the any of the components. Let me put it here so I can secure it. Now let me remove the left side panel so I can remove the air filter. नाउ यहाँ पे एक स्क्रू आता है, तो मैंने क्या किया, उसको निकाल के ये गोप्रो का स्क्रू यहाँ पे लगा दिया है. सो इजीली यू कैन लूज इट विथ योर हैंड्स ओनली, समथिंग लाइक दैट. इवन यू कैन डू दैट. So you won't need any spanner or any screwdriver for this. You can easily remove it. Something like this. Now let me remove the left side panel to access air filter assembly. Now air filter is supported by 3 screws, so let me lose all of them. Now यहाँ पे एक trick है, always lose the top side 2 screws first, so you can pick the panel like this. Because क्या होता है कि ये अगर छोटे छोटे स्क्रू है, अगर कहीं पे गिर गया, then it will be very difficult to find them. So you can hold the panel like this, and then after you can lose the bottom screw. And as you can see, without holding anything inside the engine or chain sprocket area, you can easily remove the mounting bracket of the air filter. I'll put it over here and let me remove the air filter. Okay. Now as you can see, air filter is comparatively new and I don't see any sign of blockage or any kind of dust particle on it. So let us rule out our first parameter. The choke air filter may not be the issue for the negative side STFT. So the choke air filter may not be an issue behind the negative side STFT reading. So now what I will be doing, I will open the map sensor, will clean it, and will again check the STFT reading. If still it is in the negative side, then I have to inspect the injectors. To access the map sensor, I have to unmount this petrol tank. So let me do this. Take some steel water bottle so you can put it under the tank, and which will make your tank removal process easy. And then start disconnecting the different couplers. It's easy process, hardly it will take 5 minutes. It's done. You have to remove total 5 connector and pipes to unmount the tank in your Interceptor and GT650. So this one is the first one. Then the main supply from fuel tank to common rail means fuel pump. Then this is for evap. Then this might be for the excess of water, and this connector. So total 5 connection: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here you can see the first glimpse of map sensor. You can see the condition is very dirty. So this one is the map sensor. We will open it and we'll clean it. It is supported by one bolt only. So I think the removal would be easy. But before removing it, let me clean the sensor with electronic contact cleaner. Just cover the fuel tank to common rail means fuel rail pipe. So this electronic contact cleaner won't enter there accidentally. It is supported by the 4 number Allen bolt. So let me lose it first. Okay. So this Allen bolt and one washer is there. So be careful. So I have removed the map sensor. It is made by Bosch, a very delicate unit. So what I will do, I will clean this map sensor with the contact cleaner, and we'll see if it can restore the low STFT issue or not. So I have removed the map sensor and dismantle it, and inside you can see there is a very delicate silicone o-ring, if you can see here then. So never use WD-40 or any kind of harsh cleaner, always use the contact cleaner, otherwise it may degrade this rubber seal, and then you have to replace the entire map sensor only. Let me clean it with the contact cleaner. You can see lot of dust is coming out. You can spray this contact cleaner inside the pin also. It is completely safe on electronic component, so do not worry. Perfect. Let me clean this dismantle part also. So this line goes into the throttle body. So this map sensor basically sends the manifold air pressure, and accordingly it injects the fuel. So this readings can significantly alter your AFR ratio. So let me clean it. Oh, a lot of dust is coming out. Meanwhile, let me clean the map sensor socket also. So from the inside, it is fairly clean, but let me give one dose of contact cleaner. So if any dust particle is there, it will be removed. Now let it dry for 5 to 10 minutes. Then after we will be installing everything back. Let me install everything back. So first I need to find the rubber hose that is coming from the throttle body to map sensor. So here it is. So this portion will go inside that rubber hose which is coming from the throttle body. This one is the main harness, by the way. It may cost you 13,000 rupees if you break any connector accidentally, because RE don't sell these connectors separately. रिट्रो नेकेड बाइक का यही प्रॉब्लम है कि यू डोंट गेट एनी स्पेस, बिकॉज सब कुछ बेयर माउंटेड फ्रेम पे ही आपको माउंट करना है. And by the way, don't break anything because these map sensor might be 1000 rupee and these connectors might be costing you, as I mentioned earlier, full harness. So I have installed this, and now let me tight the 4 Allen bolt. Harness. Let me connect the connector. So this kind of tuck sound might be there, which indicates both the connectors are joined together firmly. And now there is the time for mounting this 4 Allen bolt. Done. So now you can see map sensor is back on its position. This is the connector, and here I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but one rubber hose that is coming from the throttle body into the map sensor. So as I have opened the petrol tank, so let me clean these electronic connectors also. Now let me show you the picture beneath the tank. So you can see this is the fuel filter and these are the fuel lines, and I can see these are made from the NBR material, so which is not good. It won't survive E20 blend of petrol if your vehicle is not compatible for the E20 petrol. So I think I have to change all these hoses. Let me check the condition of the fuel filter also. So this is the fuel filter, and I can clearly see some phase separation because some watery portion is getting out from the fuel filter. So overall we are doomed with this E20 blend of petrol. And check this, guys, the internal condition of the rubber seal. It is already started degrading. Ethanol has already eat them away. Now you can see the heavily deformed portion here. This is due to the E20 blend of petrol only, nothing else. Now let me mount the petrol tank again. That's the first connection. then the main supply connection, then the fuel pump connection, this is the drain pipe, and the last one is the evap connection. This evap connection is little bit tricky because they have given the short length of pipe, so it is done. And the last thing is just tight the petrol tank 10 number bolts and make sure there is a smooth operation of the acceleration cable, because acceleration cable pass through the tank, and if it get disturbed then you may see some annoying stiffness in the acceleration. So it's done. Now everything is done. So now I will be connecting the OBD interface. If you don't know how to connect, then I have made one dedicated video on my Instagram handle. You can go and watch that video. And we'll record the STFT, means a short term fuel trim parameters, in open loop mode, because whenever we are starting our vehicle, so at the very first cold start, our ECU inject more fuel because it is in open loop mode. So we will observe if there is any change in the STFT parameters or not. If there are, then it may be due to the clog or lazy or block map sensor. So let's see that. So now as I have removed the fuel from the fuel filter, so for 4 or 5 times I will be turning on and off the ignition. So petrol tank ECU will supply fuel, and then after we will start the motorcycle. Nice. Now one more thing, as I removed the main battery fuse, so as you can see I don't get any error in the MID. So this is the one of the foolproof method. Whenever you are doing any electrical work, just remove the main fuse or alternator fuse, and hopefully you won't encounter any error in the MID. Guys, I have kept my motorcycle on idle for almost 10 minutes, so hopefully ECU will be in closed loop mode. So let's record the STFT data in closed loop mode. So guys, let me summarize this entire video. So basically I was getting STFT in negative side, it was -10 to -11. It means ECU was aggressively cutting off the fuel supply to the engine, because it might be detecting some rich AFR, and that's why it was cutting down the fuel supply. So what I did, I checked the choke air filter, but that was not the case. So then I cleaned the map sensor. So earlier reading was around -11, -12, and now I am getting a reading that is in -5 to -7. So there is definitely an improvement. The STFT reading has gone down by almost 50%, but still it is in minus. So it may be due to the stock E10 map can't deal with the E20 blend of petrol. So another thing what I will be doing, so I will be cleaning the injector manually, because clock injector also may be giving this kind of symptoms. So that I will be doing in the next video. So if you find this video helpful and interesting, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel also, and hope to see you in the next video. Till then, ride safe and take care.